inches. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Running for it, Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 32.
Here comes 2nd down.
Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here comes a very important kick now from Michael Badgley. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Walker with another carry. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. First throw here in overtime for Smith. Gets the... And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Montgomery.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Montgomery going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Second and goal from the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end, but that kick puts the exclamation mark on it.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll just about